Hi, welcome. So today's speaker horror reading is going to be how what's I don't even know how to title this reading because I just got this encouragement from my intuition that I should make this type of reading, and I was also hesitant to upload this on YouTube, but uh, I just decided not to edit the video just because I want to upload this before 2020 ends. So this is going to be like, what's the significant thing that will appear in your love life in 2021 though? And at the same time, I also got this intuitive message that I should include an advice, and I don't usually do that. I have never done that in my readings because you guys know your situation better than the readers, and no one should dictate you and what you should do. But since I don't know, my intuition is just telling me like say something about it, and I'm not really good with advices, so hopefully it will still make sense in the reading. And if you find the advices as well to be kind of like offensive, please don't take it as offense or to be super personal. So anyway, let's get started. So you got four groups in here. The first one from left to right as usual. So you can pause the video if you want to. You can meditate on the choices if you want to as well. But we'll start off with pile number 1. Okay, so for those who chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So what is going to happen in your love life in 2021? So I'm going to be starting off with your current energy first, or your current situation, whatever comes up in the reading, using this card in here. And then this pile is going to be what's up for you in 2021. So your first card is, I don't even know how to pronounce that, but Gertrude Stein perspective. So you got perspective card in here. Okay, right away I do see that you do have a specific person in here that you really like. Is, I don't want to say, okay, it could be different for people. I don't need to be specific about the feelings, because for some of you, you really love this person, and for half of you, you just have a crush on this person. But from what I'm seeing in here is that I feel like you really have, for some of you, I'm getting like different scenarios in here. For some of you, you have feelings for this person for a very long time now, but at the same time you're not taking action even if you want the person. But it's almost like sometimes you just get really comfortable in just thinking about them instead of doing something about how you feel. So that's what I'm seeing in here. I feel like for most of you, you're not saying how you feel. It's almost like a secret admirer kind of thing in here. For others of you, this could be someone that you are in a relationship with, but it's long distance, okay? Because I'm also getting like distance in here. There's a little spider, and spiders always indicates like mysteriousness. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like you really want to just tell something. You have a lot to say to this person regarding how you feel. And you also got the cage in here. But at the same time, you're not expressing that. You're not revealing this. And if you're wondering of how you feel or how your person feels about you, they do feel the same. I feel like they're just waiting for you to take an action towards them. I feel like they're getting a little bit impatient as well, because you're taking a lot of time to do this. I feel like the universe is telling you that you are ready to do it. You are very equipped to take action. It's just you kind of like being blocked by your thoughts. With you guys, I feel like there's a lot of reflection mode in here, and the universe is telling you that's enough, because it's not going anywhere. It's not going to help the connection move forward if you just keep on fantasizing about this person. And I know taking action is really difficult as well, but this person does feel the same way. I feel like for some of you, they might be even stalking you in some ways. Like, it could be social media or just in person, but they're really anticipating for you to kick your ass. It's almost like you guys, for some of you, you might be even asking advices from other people, or maybe watching a lot of pick a card readings or purchasing a lot of personal readings about how to go about this connection. But what you don't know is that you don't really need advices, because you already have that power to do that. You know what you need to do in here. I don't know why there's kind of like long distance going on in here, because there's like a picture frame. I'm not sure if this is picture frame or window or mirror, whatever the case may be. So let's see what's coming in 2021 for you. So you got girl talk, love, you also got practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. Temptation, you also got attractive, not attractive. Why did I said attractive? It's activation in reverse. Oh my god, that's crazy. But you got activation in reverse. I was thinking, where will I put the other cards, because it's kind of a lot in here. But you also got balance in reverse. Let me put this here. Hopefully, oh, you can't see. You also got Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. King of Swords. King of Wands. You also got the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I'm just gonna figure this out. I feel like this is your energy, the King of Swords and the King of Wands in here. For signs first, I'm getting a lot of fire in here. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. I'm also seeing Capricorn specifically, and air. I'm seeing a lot of signs in here, but I'm seeing Capricorn and fire a lot. And also air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, what I'm seeing in here for your pile is that in 2021, I feel like whoever you're dealing with right now, I feel like that's going to continue in 2021. They are still going to be a part of your life, okay? But and I feel like you're just going to spend most of your time talking to this person, because again, especially if you are at a distance from this person, you got girl talking here, and she's like talking via phone, if that makes sense. So I feel like you will just, it doesn't have to be long distance, by the way, but I feel like you will most likely spend more time talking to this person if you are in long distance or just dating this person. There's a lot of lighthearted energy in here when it comes to your connection. Yeah. I feel like it's almost like both of you are just going to savor the moment. Just feeling this connection, but at the same time you're not really deciding to, for some of you, I don't feel like you're going to date this person at all. I don't feel like you're going to be in a relationship with this person. It's almost like just a simple situationship going on in here, and you're just kind of like enjoying the time together, talking with each other. I'm just gonna clarify. I don't know why this is not going to resonate for all of you, because of course, not everyone is a male, not everyone is a female watching this, but I almost feel like most people who might choose this pile are kind of like males. I Let me just say this, okay? I feel like you're whoever the female, whoever the let's just say the feminine energy. It doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. Just someone who has a much more feminine energy and the masculine energy in here. I feel like the feminine energy in here is going to be very vulnerable in 2021. They're going to try their best to be more expressive in the connection, to put more effort in the connection. I feel like they're going to invest a lot when it comes to energy, emotions, and all that kind of stuff. Because again, like I said earlier, they do have feelings and they are just waiting, they are just anticipating. Whoever, this might confuse everything in here, but I feel like the feminine energy in here is waiting for the masculine energy to take action. But at the same time, this masculine in here, I don't feel like they're going to be very upfront with the feminine energy. And this might be a little bit disappointing for the feminine energy as well, because they're into this connection. They want this connection, but at the same time, like, the masculine is being I don't know if they're holding back. I'm just going to talk about that later. But again, I feel like the masculine really does want to take action in here, but they're not doing that for some reason. And for some of you, the feminine in here might feel like, shit, I'm just wasting my time in here. I keep on investing towards this person, but I'm not getting anything back from this person. And this this feminine energy might think that the masculine doesn't have any feelings, is not really interested, even though they are interested. They just need that clarity. Because the feminine in here, what they are seeing is the masculine's facade. The masculine is kind of like appearing like they got their shit together, and they're not interested with the King of Swords in here. A very stoic, standoffish energy. And this might kind of like make the feminine energy in here feel like, I'm not sure if I should still go for this connection. So just be mindful of that, or your person should be mindful of that, whoever the masculine is in this reading. And yeah, I feel like this masculine is feeling a lot of feelings in here. It's growing. It's, for some of you it's love, and for others of you it's blooming to something like very deep in here. Yeah, but at the same time they're kind of like just standing there and just oh my god, they feel like they can't really express themselves. That's what I'm seeing in here. They're, yeah, it makes sense. You got the King of Swords in here and the perspective card earlier. And again, this person, the masculine in here, is not taking action because of their thoughts, because of their what if this happens, what if they reject me, what if this connection doesn't work out. A lot of what ifs instead of just do it, just take action. I feel like there's a lot of attraction between the both of you. But I feel like the masculine in here is wasting their time a lot, because I feel like something is already there, there is feelings there is attraction, but they feel like, oh, I feel like it's not the right time, or oh, I feel like it's not worth it. It's something they're kind of like feeling that something about this connection is not enough, something is missing, and I don't know what's that all about. But and okay, trying to see this practice compassion in here. So I feel like the good thing in here is that I feel like the masculine in here is going to try their best to change their perspective and approach in the situation, because they know that something needs to move in here, because they know that they're being the King of Swords, where they're just they're kind of like being an asshole in here, even though deep inside they do have a lot of passion, they do have a lot to show to this feminine energy. This is kind of like annoying, because it could be a mirrored energy as well for some of you, but just take what resonates, okay? You will know who is much more guarded in the situation, who's being blocked by their thoughts. So I feel like with this temptation card, again, I feel like I might just repeat myself in here, where the masculine knows, somewhere deep down they know that they have full grip when it comes to this connection. They know that the opportunity is already in front of them. It's just like, you know, few steps away before they can reach you. That's what I'm seeing in here, before they can have you. But at the same time, they're kind of like, no, I can't do this, like maybe because of out of fear, or maybe because you got temptation in here. For some of you, it might be because it's not right, or I don't know, there's something that keeps this person kind of like avoid, I don't know, there's something about this masculine energy in here that feels like they're binded. They feel like they can't do anything about it, even though they can. Like, they have the key. Yeah, they have the key to change the situation in here. And I feel like they always have this urge to do that. They always have this urge to take action. But it's almost like they they keep ruining the situation in here. They keep ruining the opportunity. That's why, even though there is a potential to build something really stable between the both of you, it's not happening because of this masculine energy, whoever this person is. Yeah. I feel like the feminine in here, the feminine energy is really likable. Like, it's almost like for the masculine's perception, this feminine energy is just like maybe an ideal type or just someone that they have wished for. There's just a lot of very delicate, sweet energy going on when it comes to how the masculine feel for the feminine. But at the same time, you know what? This masculine in here, do not be offended, but I feel like this masculine in here does have the tendency to be a hypocrite at times, because they don't want to be rejected, but at the same time, what they are doing is they are rejecting the feminine in here. And if you are the masculine in here, the feminine doesn't have any issues in here. You are the one who has issues in the situation. That's why it's not moving. So the masculine in here is pushing this away for some of you. By the way, I feel like there's going to be a new beginning coming in your connection, but there's this sabotage going on in here as well. I feel like the universe is going to give this connection a chance to kind of like restart in some ways. Okay, it's just your decision or your person's decision of how they would manage the connection in here. And I feel like one person in the dynamic is going to kind of like I don't want to say that the masculine energy in here is completely, or I don't want to say that one person in here is completely walking away from the connection, because they still want this. But at the same time, again, I don't know what's going on in here. It's almost like with this Eight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands, like, no, I'm not going to walk away from this connection because I want this. I prayed for this. I manifested this. But at the same time, it's almost like, but I can't take action. There's something that I still need to wait for. Like, I don't know. It could be different for people, because for some of you, they're not ready. And for half of you, they feel like something needs to happen first. Like, a go signal before they can do that. So it's kind of like annoying. That's why now I get why the balance card is in reverse in here, because at first I was really confused, but I feel like that only means that, what you want in this connection and what this person wants in this connection is kind of like the same, but at the same time, the way you approach it is very different, because you also got two very similar cards in here. The Magician in reverse is all about new beginnings, but also, well, I think it's new beginnings, but in this one, the Fool is also about new beginnings. But, it's in reverse. The Magician is in reverse, which only tells me that one person in here is ready to take that risk, to, just go for it because they want this. But at the same time, there's this another person in here. You know what I'm feeling in here? One person, whether it's you or them, I feel like this is the feminine. The feminine, somehow they know that, I don't want to say they're not equipped, but there's something about them that feels like they know that this is so risky. They know that it's difficult for them to do this, but they're still willing to do it, because you got the Fool. The feminine is not afraid to jump. The masculine is very equipped, like I said earlier. they have a lot of tools to make this come into fruition. But what they're doing, they're not using their tools to manifest what they want. Because instead of them building this up, they're sabotaging it. That's why it's imbalanced. Lack of understanding as well, lack of fairness. You know, the situation is a little bit unfair in here. And I feel like just be mindful, because the more you do this, whoever the person that is doing this or that will be doing this, one person is going to walk away if you don't, become straight with what you want, or if one person in here is not going to decide to be more upfront, the other person is going to leave you behind. Okay, so I think that's all what I'm seeing in here. So let's see your advice though. I just want to make this reading very short. So you got open your heart to love. And you know what? It doesn't have to be that maybe you are the masculine energy, but you have a lot of feminine energy and vice versa. You just have to kind of like relate yourself to the situation in here. You got Mother Mary. I don't know if I read the cards. You got the more you open your heart and pour your love into your creations, the greater their life force energy. You also got Mother Mary in here. The Blessed Mother is helping you with your divine life purpose. And I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. As you walk away from one unpleasant situation, the law of attraction will bring another that feels very much like it, and usually quickly. You just cannot get there from there. To get to where you want to be, to that place of feeling better, you have to reach for alignment between you and you. Getting yourself feeling good before you take action is always the best process, for when you do not feel good, you cannot be inspired to any action that will solve the problem. And you also got by the book. Okay, so what I'm seeing in here is that with open your heart to love and by the book tells me that you guys do have the tendency to be very logical beings, and at the same time you can be very guarded when it comes to love as well, because I feel like the universe wants you to kind of like be more open when it comes to how you really feel, because again with by the book in here, it's almost like you do have some sort of rules in your mind, and that kind of like restricts you a lot. Okay, maybe some of you do also have the tendency to play mind games with people when it comes to romantic situations, and you need to kind of like stop doing that. But like I said earlier, you have some sort of limitations, self-limiting beliefs in your mind that you have been used to believing, and that makes you more to be more guarded when it comes to love. And I feel like the universe wants you to break out from that barrier that you created. Okay, you need to get out from that self-limiting beliefs that you also have. They want you to, it's almost like in order for something to work out in here, in order for something to be activated and go the way you want it to be, you need to start with yourself first. You need to kind of like, I don't know, just being vulnerable in here. Yeah. And something about being aligned as well, because you got number 11 in here, and then you also got, where did I saw that? I saw some sort of alignment. Yeah, you have to reach for alignment between you and you. Maybe you're not really in tune with yourself as well, so you need to be in tune with yourself. You need to be best friends with yourself, because perhaps some of you is really fearful of being super vulnerable and opening up your heart to people, because you feel like people will always hurt you. And what the universe wants to tell you is that it's okay to open up. It's okay to receive love and to give love to people, because, and I feel like some of you might be like, no, I'm not going to do this because this is not a part of my role. Like, something about roles in here, something about what you should do and what you should not do. This is going to resonate for some of you. This is interesting, but at the same time, it's kind of like confusing. I feel like the universe is also telling you that you are very stubborn. Like, you have a very fixed mindset about something. One of those examples that I can give in here is that if you are a female and you're dealing with a male, you kind of like have this mindset. Like, for some of you, this is kind of like a part of someone's culture. This is not for everyone, but you kind of like have this mindset that you should never take an action towards a male because it's inappropriate. And if you are a male dealing with a female in here, you're kind of like, why would I take action towards... I'm being distracted. My brother is singing. Okay. I forgot what I was saying, but so it's almost like the universe is telling you that whatever you're planning towards this specific connection in here, just go for it. And things are going to turn out to be in a positive way, because I feel like whether you believe in this or not, and I usually don't really like saying this because it's so generic, but you know, if you believe in guides, angels, archangels, saints, you know, popes, whatever the case may be, it's telling you that if you are scared to make some sort of decision or action in here when it comes to the connection, just go for it, because you're receiving help from someone that you're not seeing. You are receiving help from your guides or ancestors, whatever the case may be. They are always helping you with your situation. It's just you who's not willing to do it, to do something about it, you know? It doesn't really matter whether your guides are helping you or not, but if you're not really willing to kick your ass, it won't make any sense at all as well. So they are saying that, you know, whatever you feel is right, whatever your heart is telling you, just go for it. And they are saying that stop living in some sort of limits in here. Like, limits are just created by human beings. The world is very flexible. The world is very diverse in its own way. Rules are just created by humans. So, you know, just, I don't know. They're just saying open up, okay? And that sounds so easy to hear, but it's very hard to do. But hopefully this helped. Hopefully this gave you clarity, and that'll be all. Bye. So for pile number 2, this is your reading. So what is going to be your love life in 2021? So I'm going to be starting off with your current situation or your current energy first, whatever comes up in this card in here. And then this pile is going to be what's up for you in 2021. So you got bravery. Okay. I'm getting like an independent vibe from this card. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are not really in a relationship right now. I feel like maybe you're just focusing on your own independence in here. I want to clarify this one. But it's almost like you guys always have this mindset that it's okay to be single, it's okay to be independent. I feel like you guys are very empowered individuals. You see the beauty in fucked up situations. Let me clarify this. So you got the Six of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Shadow Side in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. What is this all about? For some of you, if you're not dealing with a specific connection right now, I do see that you're only focused in your own abundance in here, in your career, in your passion, whatever the case may be, something regarding the material world, and you're not really focusing on the emotions. For some of you, and for others of you, you might be connected to a specific person in here, but at the same time, I don't know why I don't get this energy in here. It almost feels like you are stuck in a very... The energy is almost like you are stuck in a messy situation right now. It feels like something is chaotic in here. Maybe something just happened to you that is not really good. Maybe a tower moment, whatever the case may be. It almost like... Yeah, something... The energy in here is not the best energy. I feel like you're not in the best place. That's how I can explain that. But at the same time, you're still standing in your power in here. You're not letting yourself be in that devil energy to experience that chaotic energy or situation. Apply it to your situation, okay? Because for some of you, you could be in a connection, and for others of you, it's just you dealing with some sort of, natural disaster in your life. Yeah, because you got the King of Wands in here and the Six of Pentacles. It's almost like you're good. You're trying your best to be good. You're trying your best to be positive about something. But the people, your atmosphere is not in the best place right now. We'll see. So what will be in your love life in 2021? So you got photograph. You also got ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Oh. You might be, for some of you, you might be dealing with a very toxic situation in here, but at the same time, you're kind of like trying to be pessimistic, not pessimistic, but you're trying to be optimistic about it. You also got shadow. Heart chakra in reverse. Communion. Hopefully you can see that. The journey in reverse. The Five of Cups makes sense. The King of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups, again another Five of Cups, but it's in reverse. The Sun in reverse. And this is conflicting. The Knight of Swords in reverse. So let me see this. I'm seeing a lot of water in here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and also Leo. And I'm not sure if the shadow side is the not shadow side, but the shadow is the Hierophant. But if it's the Hierophant, I'm seeing Taurus as well. And I'm seeing a lot of signs in here, but the predominant sign is Leo and water, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, so I feel like for pile number 2, in 2021, do not exit the video just because you hear something that you don't want to hear. Because what I'm seeing in here is that something is going to fizzle out in your life in 2021. Whether it's a situation or a person, I feel like it's a specific connection in here. If this connection has already ended for you right now, it's going to be completely out of the picture in 2021. But if it's still ongoing right now, I feel like it's not going to be a part of your life, okay? It's going to be just a part of your memory, because I don't feel like this is the right path for you to take, okay? You might not want to hear this for some of you, because you're going to be like, I want my person, I want this connection, this person is the one for me, blah blah blah. This person is not the one for you. This person is not the right person. And I'm not trying to discourage you or something, but you just need to hear the truth. Because I feel like, yeah, and honestly, I don't feel like, how should I explain this, but the thing in here is that in 2021, instead of you facing people, facing new romantic interest to replace this person that you are dealing with, I feel like the universe will push you to face your shadow side, face yourself. That's what I'm seeing in here. This is all about healing, because with ask for help in here and the Five of Cups only indicates to me that this situation, whatever situation, chaotic situation that just happened to you or that will be happening for you, this caused a lot of sadness and pain for you, right? And I feel like the universe is telling you that it's time to heal. It's time to address those pain or that pain, because maybe somehow you might be putting up this false hope for yourself. Sometimes being super optimistic about something is not really good, because sometimes it can lead to false expectations, like, false belief, false hope. I feel like in 2021, you will still feel bitter about this. You will still grieve about what happened in this connection. Yeah. For a small amount of you, this is not going to resonate for all of you. It might only mean that you lost a person, like someone passed away or something. Not for all of you though. And I feel like this is so conflicted, because it's almost like, because you're still grieving about what happened in this connection, you're unable to see the other options out there. You're unable to see what the universe really wants to offer you that is something much more better for you. It almost feels like you're not really doing this healing because you want to heal, but it's almost like the universe is doing this for you, is pushing you in this direction. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of like absorb what is this all about. I'm gonna be clarifying some of the cards. Okay, so I'm getting like in 2021 though, you will still have that. There will be still a part of you that will kind of like reminisce what happened in the situation. You're missing the person, you want it back, but at the same time, the universe is telling you that it's done. It's not, it's done. It served its purpose for you, and now it's time for you to kind of like go within, focus more on yourself. Because with this ask for help in here, I feel like in 2021 there's going to be a lot of confusions for you, okay? There's going to be a lot of questions in your mind about what's happening. It's almost like you will feel very chaotic, not in a super bad way though. There's just something, it's like out of nowhere. But with a shadow in here, you're going to address what you need to address in here, okay? A lot of healing, because with the sun in reverse in here tells me, and communion tells me, that I feel like you're going to be hermited in here. You're going to come back to yourself, being more in tune with yourself is what I'm seeing. I don't feel like you have the energy to go back out there and date other people. It's almost like you just want to be alone in here and have some reflection mode about your life. I feel like in 2021, one of the reasons why love life is not going to be a big part of your life is because your heart chakra is very blocked. And for some of you, this is happening because you're kind of like, oh, I don't want to deal with love anymore because love is so painful. So, yeah. Romance is not going to be your priority in here. I do see that. And I feel like you're going to do a very good job in healing in here, because in this one you're still grieving. Like maybe in the first months of 2021, you're still grieving about this loss, because it almost feels like new to me. It feels fresh. The energy of feeling chaotic in here. This card in here, it almost feels like new. And I feel like towards like the middle or end of 2021, you're going to feel that healing. you're going to see that improvement when it comes to your healing progress. At first, it's going to be really hard for you because it's, I'm feeling like you're going to be in that emotional imbalance in the first few months of 2021. That's why the universe is kind of like telling you, like, hey, you need to heal. You need to fix yourself, because I feel like you're a little bit on the edge in here. Yeah. So I feel like when it comes to your love life, this is going to be put on halt for you on purpose, because this healing needs to take place first. And I feel like you need a very big wake-up call in here. And I feel like you will get that big wake-up call as well. Because I feel like for some of you, you do have the tendency that when something is hurting you again and again and again and again, it's almost like, I'm fine, I'm okay. Like, you're always optimistic about something in here. Like, I feel like that's a really good trait to have, because you're not so easy to give up on something. But sometimes what you're not realizing is that you're not respecting yourself, you're not valuing yourself. Like, are you okay of getting hurt because of someone just because you love that person? Like, everyone has their own opinions, but I feel like it's really unfair that you are always considering the other person, but you're not considering yourself. And some of you would be like, oh, you don't really know much about love, do you? Love is all about fighting for your person despite of the pain that you get from it. Like, really? Because if it happens to you all the freaking time, and your person is the reason why it happens, I don't feel like I don't know why whenever I would be in the middle of saying something mean to someone, the video always cuts off. But, what I'm saying is that, it's not worth it. It's not worth fighting for if it happens, if your person just keeps on hurting you on purpose, if that makes sense. And that's why healing is there for you in 2021, because they know that you are such a nice and kind-hearted person. Like, you are the type of person to smile even if things are shit in here. That's the feeling. And they kind of like want you to realize what you're doing. So let's see your advice though, because I feel like I'm just running in circles in here, because the only message in your reading is about healing. So you got speeches and speaking. You have important messages to deliver that can help others. Okay. You also got, I will not try to control the uncontrollable. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager to let go of the need of control of things that are uncontrollable, like what anybody else is doing, and give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this moment saying, I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best that I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. You also got chaos and conflict, and building blocks in reverse. You guys, I feel like you are the type of person, this makes sense with ask for help card in here. It's almost like an advice to you as well in 2021 that if you feel like you can't do it anymore, just ask for comfort from other people. Even if you feel like they will not help you in any way with their advices, some people just have a very healing presence about them, and I feel like you need that comfort, because I feel like you are the type of person, you know, again, if a situation or a person hurts you so many times, you just keep it to yourself. You don't really talk about it. You're kind of like, it's okay, I love my person, I'm going to understand them, because relationships is all about understanding each other, blah blah blah. Like, I feel like Paul number two are very nice people. Like, you have a very good heart in here. You have a lot to give as well. You're very understanding individuals. But the problem with you is that you always keep that to yourself. You don't let other people know that you're hurt. You're the type of you're that kind of person that even if you want to cry, you will just prefer to smile. And what the universe is advising you is to speak up. You know? Like, don't hold yourself back. If you're angry, just express that. If you're hurt about something, just cry. Like, it's okay. It's okay to express your emotions sometimes, or most of the times it's really hard to be vulnerable. I can understand you. But the more you keep it to yourself, the more you keep the pain to yourself, the more it kind of like, I don't want to say destroy, that's very exaggerated, but I feel like it's not really good for your well-being, is why I'm seeing in here. You're not helping yourself to heal, but you're helping yourself to destruct yourself, if that makes sense. Because it's so funny, you got building blocks in reverse in here, and chaos and conflict, which are both very different energies. So it's almost like, that's why, that's why this is going to take place in 2021, because you're always considering other people than yourself. You're always reminding yourself that you're fine even if you're not, and they want you to kind of like change that approach of yours, because you have something to say, you have something to express to people. You have, I will not try to control the uncontrollable. It's almost like you not letting other people control you, not letting other people hurt you in some ways. It's okay for us to gain pain and to get hurt by someone or by a situation if it's done unconsciously. But if it's done like purposely, I don't think you should let that happen. So they're kind of like wanting you to know that it's almost like you being in your power in here. You're kind of like, I'm not sure if that's masochist. I think that's masochist. Like, you're you're a masochist person. And it's kind of like so ironic that you got bravery in the first card. But I feel like this is you being optimistic and persistent about something instead of being brave. Because I feel like you know how to stand up for the person that you love, but you don't know how to stand up for yourself. And that's what you need to learn in 2021. For some of you, not for all of you, you might be dealing with or you have dealt with a person that is very manipulative. So I think that's all what I'm seeing for this reading, and I'm really sorry if you find some of the words in here kind of like offensive, some of the messages to be offensive. I am in no way judging you guys. These are just the messages that I'm getting from the universe, if that makes sense. So I think that's all. So hopefully this helped, and that will be all. Bye. So for those who chose pile number 3, this is your reading. So, what is going to happen in your love life in 2021? So, I'm going to be seeing your current situation or your current energy first with this card in here, and then this pile is going to be what's up for you in 2021. So, you got Shirley Jackson, family. Hmm. For some of you, you might be in a relationship with someone, or maybe you are already married with someone in here. And I don't feel like, yeah, I don't feel like this is a singles people pile. I feel like most of you are with someone in here, but I don't feel like that relationship is going well. I don't know why there's like tension going on in the relationship. Uh, I'm trying to figure this out. I also feel like you guys might be more on the older age, and I'm almost getting like a very responsible energy going on in here. And you're kind of like stressed about what's going on. For some of you, this is not going to resonate. For all of you, it's almost like you are in a relationship or married with to someone, but at the same time you're kind of like, this is not the family, this is not the person that I envisioned in my mind. It's almost like, things got fucked up along the way in here. Like maybe at first you thought that this is the person that you want to marry, and then you suddenly got that epiphany that I don't want this person. This is not the person that I want to live forever with, if that makes sense. I'm almost getting like boredom as well. I'm just gonna clarify this. Okay, so you got the Eight of Swords, Temperance, and Five of Wands. Makes a lot of sense. Like I said, for most of you, whether it's a marriage or just a simple relationship, I feel like you feel very stuck in this relationship, okay? You feel bounded or binded, whatever the case may be. And you're kind of like really pissed off by this situation. Like you're getting tired of it, maybe because you're having a lot of misunderstandings or arguments, miscommunication, whatever the case may be. There's this a little bit messed up chaotic energy as well, just like in pile number 2, and you're kind of like, I can't take this anymore. But at the same time, you're kind of like reminding yourself like, okay, calm down, this is what you decided for yourself, you married this person, this is all your fault, blah blah blah, or you chose this person. I don't know, like the thing that I'm getting in here is that you feel like you can't get out from this relationship because there's a responsibility, and you're kind of like just trying to be patient about this. Like you're only staying in this relationship for the sake of maybe a responsibility of children, if you have children. Yeah, you're trying to be it's testing your patience is what I'm seeing in here. Like, you know, it's almost like you're putting up this facade to everyone, like, oh yeah, I'm having a good relationship with my wife or with my husband or with my girlfriend or boyfriend. But deep inside you're kind of like, ugh, this is so annoying. Like, I just want to get out from this relationship. It's so funny. I mean, your situation is not funny, but the picture in here is just so funny because the woman just looks like pissed, but at the same time, she's trying to get her shit together to put up this facade to people. So let's see what's coming up for you in 2021. Maybe you're hoping that you can get out from this relationship. So you got mask. You got separation. That's so interesting. My reaction was so interesting as well. You also got speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own, in reverse. You got be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Oh, I think this is the pile where it gets a lot of cards. Because while I was shuffling earlier, there's this one pile out of all the piles that keeps on getting a lot of cards, and I was already pissed off, like, come on, like, I just need one card. Why do you keep giving me 2 cards, 3 cards? Like, it's so annoying. But yeah, anyway, you got suffering in silence in reverse. Interesting. Hopefully you can see that. You got reflection in reverse. There's no room for this shit in here. You got the ascent. I don't know what this means, but it's in reverse. You also got the Tree of Pentacles. Interesting. You got Justice in reverse. And is this part of the deck? I don't feel like this is part of the deck. Why did I included this? And you got the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So what is this all about? For signs, I'm getting Libra, a lot of air. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and also Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let me figure this out, although it's very clear to me. Okay, so what I'm picking up for your pile is that in 2021, you know, there's a feeling inside of you that, you know, you're being left out in the cold in here. You feel like you're not emotionally fulfilled in your current relationship. Because like I said, most of you guys are in a relationship. I don't feel like this is a single pile in here. So again, you feel like you're not on the same page as this person anymore. You're not understanding each other. There's just a lot of clash going on in here. And I feel like you're just trying your best to show that you're fine with it. Again, with mask, I told you, you're putting up this facade that you're okay with it, that you're happy in this relationship, but deep inside you're sad, you're not satisfied with it. So I feel like what will happen in here is that you're going to decide to separate from this person, okay? Don't be shocked like, oh my god, I'm going to separate from my person, they're going to leave me alone. This is your own decision. This is not going to be their decision, it's your own decision. Because you're kind of like, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. I can't fight for this relationship anymore. I'm not happy. Like, and I feel like your intuition is telling you that, like, come on, get out from this relationship. And you're, yeah, you got sadness in here as well. So again, there's a lot of sadness going on with this relationship, and you feel like there's no point in making so much effort in the situation, investing in it, because it's not helping you grow. It's I don't know what your person is doing. I don't know if your person is treating you badly or something, but I feel like you're just very stressed with this person, and you're yearning for that love. You're yearning for that passion, and maybe this person, your current person, cannot really give you that. Maybe because they're busy with work, or they're just not really expressive, or love has fizzled in the relationship, whatever the case may be. Okay, and you're going to be like, okay, I'm not sure if I can see a future with this person anymore. It's almost like you're just staying in the relationship for the sake of children, if you have children, or just for the sake of just making the relationship work out. But inside of you, you know that is no there's no hope for this relationship to progress anymore. There's no room for expansion. And I feel like you guys want that. You really want something that will help you grow. I feel like this relationship just didn't really met your standards or your expectations. It's almost like you feel like this connection, this relationship, is such a failure in some ways. And you may not be telling this to anyone, you're just telling this to yourself, or maybe subconsciously. You know that this connection is not right for you in some ways. Because again, would speak the language of love and the Three of Pentacles together only indicates to me that this relationship feels like a responsibility more than love. Yeah. And I feel like you're yearning for that expression, for that emotional thingy going on, if that makes sense. But your person is kind of like, I don't know, it just feels so stoic. It feels so standoffish when it comes to your relationship. So you're kind of like, you decide to just go off on your own way. Because with this card in here, at the back of it, he has someone with him, working with him. But in this part, he's alone. So it's almost like, like ta-ta, like bye-bye, like, you don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Like I said earlier, you just want to be independent. And here you're kind of like telling yourself, like, I'd rather be alone than have someone. Because it doesn't really make any sense, because even if you are in a relationship with someone, it doesn't feel like you are in a relationship with them. You still feel like you are alone, because they're not providing you what you need, or what you want, what you desire. Maybe they are providing you materially, but that's not enough, because you need something like emotions. You need that, that will kind of like fuel the relationship. It's so funny because this guy is almost like resigning from something, and they already pack their things. Like, it just seems like that. And I feel like you're very happy with that. You're very optimistic about what's to come to you, because you also got be in the present and dream of the future. So you're very hopeful that one day you're going to have that right relationship for you that will coincide with you, with what you want. I feel like you guys also have the tendency to be very idealistic when it comes to relationships, and that's not a bad thing at all. But yeah, sometimes you can be too much. You set a lot of expectations regarding your person in a very unrealistic way, and because of that, it causes disappointment on your part. But I'm going to clarify this justice in reverse in here. So, you got Nine of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Okay. Um, I feel like you're very hesitant if you should reconcile with your person in 2021. You're going to be hesitant, okay, if you're still going to continue with this relationship or just, go in a different direction. But I feel like you are going to go in a different direction in here because you just can't take it anymore. With suffering in silence in reverse, it's almost like when you are in this relationship, you feel very, you just feel very alone. That's what I'm saying, like earlier. And I don't know how to explain the feeling, but it's almost like the more you stay in this relationship, the more you feel like you are suffering in some ways. And I feel like you want to end that suffering in here with a Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah. You just want a new life for yourself. And I also feel like you might feel a little bit scared about this because will I ever find that love again if I leave this person? So you have that fear. That's why you also have this hesitance when it comes to starting over with this person or just leaving them behind. Because at one point, you're kind of like thinking, okay, if I leave this person behind, will I find another person that will love me? I feel like for some of you though, you are only staying in this relationship because you are afraid of being alone. You are afraid that you will never find someone that will love you, which is impossible. There's a lot of human beings on this earth that can love you more than this person. So, it's almost like again you're staying for the sake of not being alone, but at the same time this person makes you feel like you are alone. So what's the point of staying unless you have children? You keep going back and forth in here. I want to clarify this mask. Oh, so it's another confirmation again that you're you're not receiving what you feel like you deserve in this relationship. So let's see your advice in here. So you got express your inner truth. Your creative work shines brightest when it reflects your genuine feelings and thoughts. You also got every relationship I establish is eternal. Goodness, this is so funny. It is our desire that you come to remember that every relationship is eternal and that once it has been established, it is a part of your vibrational makeup forevermore. And that in your powerful now, where all that you have become converges with all that you are now becoming. You hold the power to create, and so your observation of a situation, wanted or unwanted, no matter how remote you believe yourself to be, makes you a co-creative partner of the experience. Okay. You also got my most important relationship is with my source. There is no relationship of greater importance to achieve than the relationship between you and your physical body right here and now, and the soul, source, or God, from which you have come. If you tend to that relationship, first and foremost, you will then and only then have the stable footing to proceed into other relationships. Your relationship with your own body, with money, with your parents, children, grandchildren, and your world will all fall easily into alignment once you tend to the fundamental relationship first. You also got mending. Okay. I feel like this is a very clear advice in here, and this might be something that you don't want to hear, but the universe is telling you, think twice. If you are thinking of leaving this relationship behind, especially if this is a marriage of yours, think twice. Do not make rash decisions. But if it's just a simple relationship, like, boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe you just follow what your heart is telling you. Leave this person if you want to leave this person, as long as there is no responsibility involved. But the thing in here is that the universe is advising you that if you have anything that you want, to say as well, say it to your partner. Do not keep it to yourself, because they are not mind readers. They don't know what you want. Even though, you're just in the same household, they cannot read your mind. Because I feel like, again, you guys do have the tendency to set a lot of expectations when it comes to your partner. And when they don't reach that expectation of yours, you get really, really disappointed, and you'll be like, oh, this person is not the one for me. I'm just deciding to leave this person behind. The universe is telling you that tell your person what you want from them, so your person can adjust to you. Because if you're just going to keep it to yourself, then this is not... I'm honestly one of those people who likes observing other people's relationships. And the thing is, this usually happens with females. Females tend to be, of course, this can also happen for males, but females tend to be very expectant of their partners. And, sometimes when something disappoints them, they will not tell it to the other person, and will act in a very immature way. Like, they will act cold, they will act in a very mean way, something along those lines. And the partner is going to be like, what's going on? What's the problem? And the female is going to be like, no, there's nothing wrong. Like, they're not being upfront with the issue in here. It's almost like they want their partners to be mind readers, and it causes more conflict in the situation. So I feel like the universe is telling you that, just be upfront. Yeah. If you want to spend time with your person, just tell them. So the other thing that I'm getting in here is that once you have entered something that is supposed to be for the long haul, or once you enter something that is already established, you should be responsible for that, if that makes sense. Because maybe for some of you, please don't feel like I'm judging you in some ways. I'm just saying whatever is being indicated in the cards in here, but maybe some of you are the type of people to be like, at first, you feel like this is the one for you, so you're going to be in a relationship with them right away, marry them right away. And then when you see red flags, a little bit of red flags from them, and they didn't meet your expectations, you're like, I want to leave this person behind because they're not my ideal type. But they are telling you that if you're not really sure about the person, don't commit to them. Because for some of you, again, you have this idealistic rose-colored glasses trait about you, which again is not really a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a bad thing. So I feel like the universe is telling you that you went for this, so stick with it, stick with your responsibility. I feel like also the universe is telling you to mend with this person, to work things out with this person. Because I feel like, I don't know if I already said it, but I feel like you do have the tendency to be immature at times. And I feel like one person in the dynamic in here needs to adjust to the other person. And I feel like the universe is encouraging you to work on this relationship. There's something about you need to know yourself first. If you really want a stable relationship in your life, if you really want to manifest that ideal relationship for yourself. I also feel like the universe is telling you to learn how to adjust to your person or to any relationship that you will have in the future. So I feel like that's all what I'm seeing for your reading. Hopefully this helped, and that'll be all. Okay, so for those who chose pile number 4, the last pile, this is going to be your reading. So what will be in your love life in 2021? So I'm going to be talking about their current energy or your current situation first with this card in here, and this pile is going to talk about what's up with you in 2021. Okay, so you got news. Is that how you pronounce that? News? So I feel like most of you guys are dealing with a specific person in here, and that connection is very suffocating in some ways, or too much, too intense, or you feel like you're manipulated or you're limited, or just take what resonates, okay? But I feel like for most of you, this is kind of like a little bit of toxic. I'm not saying that your person is suffocating you on purpose, but maybe there's just something about the connection. I'm just gonna clarify this. Oh, and by the way, for some of you, you might want to end something in here, or your person might want to end something. Okay, so it could be a relationship or connection. It doesn't really matter. You got the 4 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups in reverse. This relationship is just you're not happy, and one or both of you is wanting to walk away from this. There's just a lot of sadness in this relationship. It doesn't seem like it's working. It doesn't seem like there's this equal give and take. It's almost like one or both of you just really want to breathe in the situation, because it's something about this connection is not helping you transform. Which is the 6 of Cups in reverse in here. It's supposed to be giving, loving, caring, sincere in some ways, but I'm not seeing that in this connection. So let's see what's coming up for you in 2021. So you got cassette. Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth in reverse. Love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. You also got conflict and defeat in reverse. Yeah. Passion in reverse. Fated meeting. What is this? The sands of time. What is this? Justice? I think this is justice. Oh, okay. The devil in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You also got the Moon and the Eight of Swords in reverse. So for signs, I'm getting Earth and Air in here, specifically Capricorn, and for air, Libra, and for water, I'm getting, I think the Moon is Cancer. I'm always confused if the Moon is Pisces or Cancer, but water. For some of you, this connection is just so toxic because no one is willing to be truthful. Okay, again, it doesn't have to be a relationship. I'm just gonna clarify the cards. I feel like this is the same connection energy what I talked about earlier. I feel like even though one or both of you really want to walk away from this connection, it's almost like you still want this. Both of you still want this connection. Again, this connection is, I'm sorry for the background noise, but this connection is just so burdening. But at the same time, you can't forget about this connection. And whenever you try to think to walk away from this connection, it almost feels like you feel like it's impossible to do that. I feel like some of you guys do have this belief or do have this, there's something about you that believes that this person is the one for you. Yeah, you feel like meeting this person is really divinely guided. You feel like this person is your soulmate or your twin flame or whatever the case may be, your lifetime partner. I feel like you have a lot of hopes for this connection. In the very beginning, you have a lot of hopes, but at the same time, you're kind of like down about it because it's not working the way you envisioned it to be. It's not turning out to be your expectations as well, just like in pile number 3. But at the same time, you're still willing to stay. That's what I'm seeing in here. I feel like in 2021 you will be heavily thinking about this connection. Maybe both of you. I feel like it's both. a lot of reflection mode going on in here. The conflicted thing in here is that there's a lot of hidden energies with the moon, and honesty is essential in reverse. But you also got the Eight of Swords in reverse. What is this? I feel like out of all the piles, this is the most hardest one to read, which pisses me off because it's already late in here, but it almost feels like one person in here will feel like, time is being wasted. Like, come on. Just, there's this anticipation, but at the same time, there's this impatience on one person's side. It could be you or it could be your person, because there's a lot of confusion swirling around this connection. Something is not being truthful. Someone is not being truthful in here. Yeah. And one person in here will be like, okay, is this still moving? Is this still going to progress? Is this still, is there still a hope for this connection? Because one person in here will feel like time is running out. It doesn't matter whether it's a male or a female, but I feel like the masculine energy in here, the much more masculine person in here, whether it's a male or a female, is going to be kind of like really impatient because they just want the truth, whether that be the feelings or whatever the case may be. You know this. You have an idea. You have an idea of what's the truth that you want to know in here, or your person wants to know. But the masculine energy in here is how should I put this? It's almost like one person in here knows something. They know an information, but it's almost like they want to hear the truth from the other person. Yeah, I hope that's making sense. It's almost like they're like, I can only confirm this if it's coming from the other person. But it's kind of like testing their patience as well, because the other person in here, the feminine energy, is taking a lot of time to say some sort of information in here. Okay? To be vocal. I feel like the masculine in here is trying their best to be patient about the connection. Yeah. They're trying their best, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if this doesn't pan out the way I want it to be, I'm just gonna leave. There's this energy as well. You can see how he looks very annoyed in some ways. I feel like the masculine energy in here feels very annoyed because of the feminine energy. Interesting. So, in 2021, I feel like there's going to be changes in your connection with this person, okay? Because you got justice in here. And yeah, you got justice, and you also got love makes a difference. So there's going to be, especially if your connection right now is very kind of like burdening in some ways, it's not moving forward, it feels like it's the end of the world or something, it is going to improve. It's going to be, you got number 4 in here, and you also got Libra. I was about to say the Gemini, but you got the Justice card in here, which is balance. So I feel like balance is going to take place in 2021 for this connection. With passion in reverse in here. With passion, I do see a lot of attraction going on in here, okay? You got the Two of Cups clarifying passion. Both of you do have feelings for each other. But at the same time, one or both of you, but I feel like one person in particular in here is just keeping a lot to themselves. It, oh my gosh, how can I explain this? Um, I sound like a stupid person in here, but I feel like this Knight of Pentacles in reverse in here, um, it feels like a masculine. Of course, knights are supposed to be masculine or males, but I feel like this is the masculine energy where, okay, I'm ready to offer something stable to this person. I'm ready to take action, but the problem is they're not being truthful to me. You know, that's why they can't make that change, that big change. I mean, there's going to be change in the connection in the future in 2021, but it's not enough. It's not like a super big change, if that makes sense, because I feel like this complete shift is only going to happen once one person takes action, but they're not, because they want the truth first. It's almost like deep inside, this masculine energy is almost like, yes, I'm ready to take action, I want this person. But on the outside, on the physical world, they're kind of like, they're seeing that things are so complicated. That's why they're holding themselves back. So they want everything to be clear first. And yeah, you got the devil in reverse in here, and conflict and defeat in reverse. So I feel like, again, there's this toxicity going on in this connection. So I feel like that's going to be resolved. That's what I'm seeing in here. But there's this teeny tiny bit that is still conflicting the situation, which is the other person. The feminine energy in here is causing a bit of a conflict. What is this all about? Because right now, one or both of you feel like giving up on this connection, walking away from this connection, but I feel like in 2021, you're going to get that boost again. Like, okay, I'm ready to fight for this connection, and I'm just gonna see how this is going to turn out. You know, it's kind of like with this Justice card, it's kind of like blind faith. And with the moon, I'm just gonna clarify this Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so why did I put the cards back? So what I'm getting in here is that it's almost like it's so close. It's kind of like similar to pile number 1, but it's almost like you're so close, or one person in here is so close to knowing the truth, to having this connection as well, just like in pile number 1. But at the same time, there's one simple thing that is holding them back. And you got Eight of Wands in reverse in here, and Eight of Wands also indicates news, communication. So you also got the Justice card in here, right? And this Justice card is not seeing anything. They're kind of like blindfolded, even though they got the sword and they got the scale. So even though they hold the truth in here, someone is holding the truth, both of you maybe, but you're still not seeing the full picture in the situation. And that's the cause of imbalance. That's the cause of burden in here. Once this truth comes out, this burden is going to fade away. This burden is going to be resolved big time. Like it's like a big mystery in here. Like it's almost like, oh, I need to find this out. I need to know what is this person all about. Like, this is all about knowing something. You know what? The feminine energy in here is kind of like dilly-dallying. They want to say the truth, but at the same time they're kind of like, oh, I need more time, or maybe they're just waiting for the right timing to do that. Or it's it's almost like they don't really have. I feel like this person needs a kick in the ass as well, because this person is not going to do something about it if they're not going to be triggered. I feel like this connection does have a lot of potential to be long term, to be something stable, but because again, you also have that belief that this connection is a fated meeting. Feeling should be expressed. That's the thing. It's almost like a situation in here where when it comes to your actions, you are showing some sort of romantic gesture in here, but when it comes to verbally saying it, like verbally saying that you love someone, it's not being practiced in this connection, if that makes sense. I hope this reading makes sense because it's a little bit conflicted in here. Yeah, even in here, the moon, it's a female. So the feminine is, I feel like the feminine in here is very shy. I'm getting like a timid energy. Yeah. They're keeping it a lot to themselves, whatever it is, whatever information it could be. And I feel like you need to trigger this person in order to say something. Because if you don't, they will never talk about it. So let's say your advice in here. So you got pay attention to your dreams. You are receiving divine guidance while you sleep. Even if you don't remember your dreams, the answers are in your unconscious mind, where they appear in order to help you. You also got the thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. Not only does the power of your thought determine which people make their way into your life, but it determines how they behave once they get there. You are thinking, vibrating attractor of your experience, and the thoughts you think determine everything about life that you live. As you turn your attention toward the positive aspects of the personalities and behaviors of others with whom you share your planet, you will train your point of attraction in the direction of only what you desire. You also got breathe in reverse and a message in a bottle. I feel like this is a message for the both of you, like an advice to the both of you. Okay, so the video got cut off in here. I don't know why. It always happens whenever I do readings. But I'm just gonna start over the advice because I feel like it doesn't really matter whether it's your person who's not being honest in the situation or it's you who's not being honest. I feel like both of you are doing the same thing, okay? Because for some of you, or you know, whoever the person who perceives themselves to be more authentic in the connection, I don't feel like they're completely being authentic as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do see that the masculine energy in here is also not being completely honest about something. They're not giving the full picture or the full information. That's what I got with this card, because the guy in here is kind of like wearing a mask and this woman in here is kind of like facing back. So again, it doesn't matter whether it's you who's being authentic in here or your person. But I feel like the universe is encouraging you to just talk about it, say something to this person. And some of you might disagree and be like, oh, why would I do that? My person is not even being honest to me, or my person is not even taking action towards me. How would I know if they like me? Blah, blah, blah. The problem in this connection is that both of you are mirroring. Whether you know this or not, I do see a lot of mirroring. And with message in a bottle, I feel like you do have a lot to say to this person, a lot of emotions to share, but you're holding it back. And they're also telling you to stop dilly-dallying, stop beating around the bush. It's time for you to take action. And it might sound easy and it's very hard to kind of like put in action, but I feel like they're saying that you're wasting your time for nothing. And, you know, just, how should I put it? Like, stop resting around. Because the more you keep it to yourself with this bottled up emotions in here, the more it becomes burdening for you, right? And I feel like this is an advice for the both of you. With breathe in reverse in here, it's killing you when you're not telling the truth. It's very painful, it's very hard, and it causes a lot more misunderstandings between the both of you. And I also feel like the universe is telling you that you already know the answers to your questions. If you are the masculine energy in here who's seeking for the truth in here, they are telling you that you already know the truth. And if you are the feminine energy in here who's keeping secrets, the universe is telling you that you know what to do. You know that you need to take action in here. I also feel like for some of you, you might be receiving signs about this connection a lot. Maybe through dreams, little synchronicities, whatever the case may be. I feel like some way, somehow the universe is giving you hints about this person. And it's kind of like funny because you got fated meeting in here as well, and you feel like this person is the one for you. You might be correct. I mean, this is not going to resonate for all of you, but you know, especially if this is if you believe in soulmates, signs and synchronicities are very normal. And I also feel like the universe is telling you that if you want your person to act a certain way, become that person as well. Do I make sense? It's almost like if you want this person to be truthful to you, you need to be truthful first. They will mirror you back because I'm seeing a lot of mirroring in here. But if you want this person to take action towards you, take action first. Kind of like reminds me of you know, putting something out there in order to get something in return. And I feel like once you do something about this, this person is going to mimic you. They're going to have the courage to mimic you. Because right now, if you're wondering why this person is not being truthful to you, because you're not being truthful as well. Because I feel like you guys are also focused on, you know, like, oh, this person is only deceiving me. And because of that, you're attracting this kind of like deceptive connection as well. But if you're only focused on your inner guidance, if that makes sense, if you trust your gut in here, I feel like things will be much more easier for you. And you also got number 44 in here, mirroring numbers. So yeah, so I think that's all what I'm seeing for your reading. I'm not seeing anything else. Hopefully that made sense. And that'll be all. Bye.